Hey, what's up, everybody in the YouTube world, man? We back at it like a crack addict. It's your boy Cam, and
DMT. You already know who it is, man. We're from Birmingham down here.
that man sounding gangster over there, Birmingham.
We're out here, bro. We're out here.
Yeah.
Birmingham, Second City Soldiers.
Where you spinning chain at? You know what I'm saying? Sound like 50 Cent,
Nah, we
man.
don't flash. We don't flash. Leave
Sound
that to
like
the London guys. Leave that to Birmingham guys. Don't flash. London guys flash, and it's the London guys who be caught up. Yeah.
yeah, man. What's going on with you though, man?
Now I'm good, man. I'm good. We just you already know how it is, university life and everything. And but this Saturday we this Saturday we have a great contest. We had a few good fights this past Saturday, and this time we had a surprise fight. It's a fight that sprung on us extremely quickly and out of nowhere. And that was a fight between this. We're recording this November 11th, 2020. And so this is a fight between Kell Brook and Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, the WBO welterweight champion. Special Kell Brook, the former IBF welterweight champion who lost his belt to Errol Spence Jr. And this fight's happening in the U.S. and it's happening on Bud Crawford territory.
I don't know, man. This fight to me is kind of hard to predict, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like it's a lot of what ifs, because this would be the first true welterweight that Terence Crawford would be fighting, and then this is the first time we've seen Kell Brook fighting a true welterweight since he lost to Errol Spence Jr. We don't know which Kell Brook we're gonna get because he's had I think 3 fights since he lost to Errol Spence.
About 3 fights. About
it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't no names that we know over here. I know most of those fights it was over there in the UK, correct?
Yeah. Most of them were over here in Sheffield at the Fly DSA arena, and they were against reputable top 15s. Should I say they were against top 15s, perennial contenders.
I mean, if I had to pick somebody to win this fight, it's not a bias because he's from the U.S., but it's a bias because of his build. I'm going with Terence Crawford, and the reason why is because he's a skinny dude like me. I think you know what I'm saying. Like Terence Crawford, his body type looks like he could still make 140 or 130 or 135.
135, yeah, and he's got great discipline as well.
And he has great discipline. He has the speed advantage in this fight. I think he has the skill advantage in this fight, and if the fact that he can go southpaw and go conventional would cause some problems to Kell Brook.
Dazzle Kell Brook, yeah.
But then you have Kell Brook, he's a bigger welterweight, and he's gonna come in the ring at. You know what I'm saying? There's this fight at welterweight at 147, but we don't know if Kell Brook is gonna come in at 154. We don't know if he's gonna come in at 160. I mean, that could cause some problems for Terence Crawford. With Terence Crawford, if you engage with him too much, he's gonna want to engage back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the kind of fight he would want to do with Kell Brook because of the power that Kell Brook possesses, being the bigger welterweight in the ring. So that's why to me, it's just so much going on. A lot of what ifs. Because imagine this: what if Kell Brook didn't fight Triple G?
And Kell Brook would still be unfounded. He became very much unfounded. In that fight, he came out of that fight very different. Against Triple. He came out of that fight very different.
He gained in Triple G. He got his eye socket broken. Then turn around his very next fight Errol Spence, didn't really heal too good. Like he didn't get. I don't think he gave it enough time to heal, and then got the other eye socket broken. But in both fights, he was doing well. Like to me, I think he was winning some good rounds against Triple G and against Errol Spence. If that fight would have went 12, which it didn't, because he got stopped. I think Kell Brook would have won the fight due to the simple fact that it was a lot of swing rounds. You know what I'm saying? With rounds where it would kind of like you don't know who to pick, and with it being, I think they would have just gave the rounds to Kell Brook. And if he beats Errol Spence, let's say he does beat Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? How would that had kept his career? His career probably would have changed from that. That Triple G fight to me changed his whole career.
It did. It did change his whole career, and it was an interesting fight because a lot of people said it was a fight that he didn't need to take, a fight he didn't want to take. You know, he took it to save the show because it was supposed to be Christopher Eubanks Jr. fighting Chris Eubank Jr. fighting on that card against Triple G. You know, but you know, they were talking the business, and you know, and they pulled out of that fight. And as it didn't materialize, you know, Kell Brook, who was the reigning and defending the #1 welterweight in the world at that time, you know, 2016, reigning welterweight champion, stepped up 2 weight classes to fight for the unified middleweight championship of the world, you know. And a lot of people say, you know, it was unnecessary, and it was. In my opinion, it didn't have to happen, but you know, in situations like that, it's high risk, high reward. You know, and in boxing, just like in a lot of other things in life, it's high risk, high reward. A lot of stuff happens that didn't need to happen, you know. And Kell Brook got, you know, somewhat of a reward. You know, he got a career high payday, but at the same time, you know, he went in there and he showcased, you know, his skills against a fighter the caliber of Triple G. You know, this is a guy who was fighting perennial top 20 welterweight challenges, from top 20 welterweight challenges to fighting one of the best fighters in the world. You know, I feel like it was just an insane switch up for Kell Brook. He was never the same from it. You're absolutely right. And to go from that in August to February and defend the IBF championship against Errol Spence Jr., you know, first of all, it's a testament. I do give, you know, Kell Brook a lot of respect for doing that. You know, it's a testament to his, you know, his fortitude and his, you know, and him as his toughness as a fighter. So I give him a lot of respect for doing that. But my take on this fight is this.
Sorry, y'all. My son in the background having his own conversation.
Oh, good. My take on this fight, right, is that Kell Brook, you know, Kell Brook's career after the Kell Brook fight, you know, after the Errol Spence fight, Kell Brook's career, you know, it hasn't gone downhill per se, but it's been, because as he's gone older, keep in mind he turned professional in 2004, so he is a 16-year veteran of the game. He turned professional in 2004, so he's a 16-year. You know, boxing has taken, you know, years on his body now, and especially post dual eye sockets broken, post Triple G, post Errol Spence Jr., you know, and trying to get the fight with Amir Khan, you know, Kell Brook, he suffered a lot, not just in the ring, but outside of the ring, you know what I'm saying? And even, you know, been stabbed up, I've heard, you know, numerous
times. Yeah, he got stabbed in the leg, too.
In the leg.
Yeah.
He has taken a heavy toll, you know, and so, but he's a warrior, you know what I'm saying? He's a true warrior spirit. He has a true warrior spirit. And he's up in that Ingle gym, you know, where they spewed out champions like Prince Nazim Hamed, you know, and training with Dom Ingle. I feel like Kell Brook in this fight will give Terence Bud Crawford some challenges. He'll go in hard against Crawford, but Crawford will win this fight. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think it's going to be a decision, but it will be a Crawford wipeout. You know, I give Crawford 10 rounds, maybe. Yeah, 10 rounds. 10 rounds.
10 rounds?
I give him 10. I give him 10 rounds. Yeah, maybe 9. Maybe 9, but 9 to 10 rounds I give him. But I feel like Kell Brook will go in there, will cause some sort of problems. But it's just that getting, you know, Terence Bud Crawford, he is in the prime of his career, and Kell Brook is on the outskirts of his career. And so I feel like that's where this fight is at.
All right, man. So you hear it from both of us, man. You hear it from Cam and Dan, baby. We both going with Terence Crawford. We'll get to see what's going on. You know, tune in on Saturday, ESPN. Look at the fight. And tune in on Saturday.
Also,
recap. You know what I mean? Pop, you got something to say?
What's his take? Who do you think he's gonna win? He probably
Huh?
think Kell Brook's gonna win. He probably think Kell Brook's gonna win. Kell
Yeah, he
Brook.
probably does. All right, man. But
All
you, I'll
right.
holler at you, kid, man. You be good.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Like and subscribe, man. Peace.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.